Shit, man, you need your hat. It's strong winds. Boy. Excuse me, too cold. I need my hat. Good boy. I need my hat. Oh, I wonder how this microphone is going to work. It's in my inside pocket. I'm guessing I have it plugged into the right socket. I'm not going to check. It's a beautiful morning, but it's freezing and windy, with the sun shining. So it should be nice and warm in the car. Today is Wednesday. My mouth is still sore. But I'm able to move I notice I'm able to move my lips a lot more further back than I could. So I think I'm definitely improving day by day. Today is Wednesday. Wednesday the 29th of January 2020. At yoga. God, I had a very nice dream this morning. I can't remember it all, but when my alarm went off, the bit I was dreaming was like I went through this door somewhere. And I found myself back at the old school, the old primary school. Except it was filled with water. Like there was waves of water. It was like an exotic kind of seaside town. People were swimming. And it was warm. hurting in the next day or two. I'm always worried about things like that. Yes, in case it gets infected or something happens, then it should be fine. I mean, it's inside. So I'm using the Philips lapel mic I bought, which didn't work on the Philips dictaphone, unbelievably. Because there was another one advertised on the box. It wasn't actually this one. Maybe at some point in the future, although I didn't keep the name of the other one, so I think I'm done now with lapel mics. I got one for this, I got one for the Lenny. I think that's enough. I'm pretty sure this whole recording audio thing will probably wear off eventually. Why would you stop in the middle of the road? We're now just turning in toward the gendarmerie, heading up toward the school where the parking is. There'll be no kids today because the kids are off school. Because the kids are off school on a Wednesday. And we've arrived. All right. Well, here's a good test of the soundproofness of this mic. Kind of gale force winds out. Here comes the man with the Dalmatian. Bonjour. It's another half day today, and then we're off for the evening. I don't think I'll walk today, on this wind. Except I'll walk Tuco. And then it's another long evening. I haven't been able to find anything to record. I haven't had any ideas to do a video. There's a sense that they look really bad with the lighting and everything in the room. But I wish I could do one. I wish I could just even, if I'm not inspired, I wish I could still do one. You know, like when I go to the Connemara, sometimes it might not be in humour, but if people come, I have to make the prep. And I always feel better once I get busy in the Connemara. It's just a little bit of a resistance, and then, you know. So I wish I could find video to do, just because the process of doing it would help with my mood and also with the evening in general. You know what I mean? It was like a job. You just had to do something. Passing the boulangerie. And now heading toward the Connemara. See if we have any mail. No. There's the little bell. Turning on the lights. Going to the back. Opening the back door so that we don't have to grab the keys later on if we're busy. Ah, boy, oh boy, admiring the new crepe. It's not new, but Flo just cleaned everything yesterday, and when Flo cleans, it is clean. It's not like me. When I clean, it looks nothing like Flo's done it. This looks like it's like a new kitchen. Incredible. Everything is immaculate. I don't want to cook, it's too clean. I've got to take out turn on the radio.
Actually, at the moment, is more competitive in terms of its work on small to medium sized and entrepreneurship. And their incentives are better for entrepreneurship. But we must be very careful to protect our companies and we ignore the United Kingdom, which goes on all of the time. The Scottish, the Welsh, they're authorities are always over trying to bring Irish companies to the British. So I think it's actually, this is something that entrepreneurs will be looking for quite a long
There's an election in Ireland in 2 weeks, I think. No, 2 or 3 weeks, yeah. So you have all these politicians making all these wonderful promises. It's the time of promises, as it is with all elections.
A bit like Michael McDonald was going to abolish the stamp duty. It's not the same order of that. That's basically broadly. We should bring home. It's not the same order of that at all. And I think people do need to know which country.
Sean O'Rourke, I like him. He's very intelligent.
In terms of what drives new companies, startups,
Turning the heating up.
opportunities for serial entrepreneurs to keep reinvesting in companies that emerge, new technologies, new products. That is our future. Whereas in the 60s, and quite correctly, we had a successful strategy of attracting in foreign direct investment. We have to continue that.
And finally,
So we have to really build up
cleaning the knives.
enterprise-based, small Irish companies. And there's great research now. I was involved in creating that research transformation, which is leading in our universities and institutes of technologies, working with industry, creating very exciting new companies, but they're starved of investment. And we need to create opportunities where people can invest in them. That's what it's about.
Like all the parties, you could say, are running away from the idea of raising the pension age at the age of the state pension. That's something that Fianna Fáil itself signed up to in government in 2007 because of various reports warning of the pensions time bomb, which is now described not necessarily by you as being something of a myth. Now, isn't that just a case of classic politics? So you're not the only ones in this.
Well, I think what it is, what has happened here is there's been absolutely no preparation since then in terms of preparing people. And, you know, I was in Galway yesterday, the big debate in the Galway Bay Hotel, a man at breakfast, and he said to me, I've worked all my life, I've never been on the dole all my life, and it really is an asset to me. He said that for the last 5 or 6 months of my life, I expected to be signing on. That's not for me, he says, that's wrong. That's humiliating me. That's the problem, Sean. Very much being put into that position. No, we would have thought that a lot of people have already hoped.
Hold on a minute now. Didn't we have somebody come late yesterday, so I'd have to do another Z, do I? Yeah, I believe. Sorry about the noise. Yeah. What's going on here? 29th. I've got the 25th and the 26th. And the 26th. So where's the... I'm missing one. I've got Saturday and Sunday. But I don't have Tuesday. Oh, that's weird. I don't have Tuesday. Did we throw? Hang on a minute. Here it is. How did it get in the bin? That's bizarre. Bonjour.
that there is a lack of sustainability as much as 330 billion of things. I think there are serious issues in terms of sustainability into the future, and I think part of that is we're living longer, and that is because of over the last 30 or 40 years in terms of improvements in lifespan.
634, 40, 50, 60, 70, 470. 103 plus 41.6, 44. Uh, 40, 50, 70, 160. Seventy 160.
On childcare, you said on Clareburn Live interface the other evening in Galway that you were going to extend the early childhood care scheme from 28 to 42 weeks a year. Now we've had a childcare provider up to us this morning saying, how is this going to work? She said that the sector is completely underfunded and that the...
Now, how am I going to pay this guy for the windows? Huh? I don't know. I have to ask him. This will be fun. C'est combien? C'est 20 euros. 20 euros. Voilà.
Merci.
Merci.
Bonne fin de journée, au revoir.
Au revoir. I knew it was 20. I mean, I kind of knew it was 20, so I was glad I could understand it in Vent. There you go. There's your €20. Now don't go straight to the pub with that. Now don't go straight to the bar. Don't throw it away on pastis now. Your family need the money. Don't throw it away on the booze. I gotta kick the booze. There's the glass missing. It's the time of promises from the politicians. It's the time of promises. Oh, it's really cold out today. It's one of those sunny days with a strong freezing wind. The wind itself would drive me nuts, but the cold, it's definitely not a day for walking.
Well, they would essentially be voting in terms of the whole issue of capping and placing. There is an issue here, Sean, and we have said as a country, I was just talking to people, our insurance issue is out of control. And in many ways, right across the board, personal injuries.
It's the time of promises. We're going to sort out the insurance problem. We're going to sort out the homeless problem. We're going to sort out the rent problem. We can't go on like this. We got to change this and this. We got to do this. Yeah, what are you going to do? Exactly the same as we were doing for the last couple of years. Fuck all. But you were in government for the last, 5 years? Why didn't you do any of that then? Why are all these grand ideas coming now? And will you not have more grand ideas in another 5 years when you're all trying to get back into your jobs? You motherfucking horse! That's the fucking thing, isn't it? You just want to get your cozy fucking jobs, retire at 50, you motherfucking horse! You bastards! That's all it is, isn't it, you fucking bastards? You bastards. You're worse than bastards, you bastards. Okay, I'm opening up the new kitchen towels. Oh good, it opened up without any trouble. It's always good. Oh, this kitchen is so clean. Don't want to use it. I don't want to use it. Now this crepe, how long has it been here? I don't know how long it's been there, but I'm gonna dump it. Yeah, I'm gonna fucking dump it. I'm gonna fucking dump it. If you do get a customer, you are going to get fresh crepe. Fresh crepe! Fresh crepe! Get your fresh crepe! Are you in need of some quick energy? Hey, drop down to the creperie. Because we got what it takes. They got what it takes. They got what it takes. They got what it takes to make some fresh crepe. They got what it takes. They got what it takes. They got what it takes to make some fresh crepe. Hey, you got a sweet tooth? You want some ice cream and framboise and shandy? Get yourself down to the creperie. The creperie? Get yourself down to the creperie if you've got a sweet tooth, because we got what it takes.
I think hopefully we'll be in a position to appoint quite a number of women actually to a cabinet. Again, I'm no leader of appointing a cabinet in advance or in advance of any general election. I'm taking anything as close as I possibly can go. But I'm always, I think we have an opportunity.
Hey, you're still recording.
I think we will elect, but we have the largest number of women in the
32.
The largest number, I think, of any other party of women. I think we will have more.
32 minutes.
I think we will have more women elected, I think, after this election than we had previously.
could go for an hour, I guess.
Who will be elected. And I think we can work very proactively towards a healthy gender balance.
To go back to where we started, and a lot of sporting analogies mainly to do with hurling have been thrown out. I'd like to take one from association football. We're coming to the end of the January transfer window. I mean, if you could, I mean, you'd be very happy to sign up people like Pierce Doherty and Owen O'Brien if that was the way politics worked in this country. I mean, they have been stellar for Sinn Féin, and the notion that you would rule out working with people like that seems extraordinary to a lot of people.
No, it doesn't seem extraordinary to a lot of people. I think at any election, people need clarity as to what a leader is going to do, what a political party is going to do. I'm giving clarity. And I don't think the production, yes, it is production, it was a better performance. It was a con job. And it's not something that in any shape or form, that is credible in terms of, and it would destroy, I think, jobs in the economy. It would be a huge disincentive to investment coming into the country. I think already people would press the pause button in terms of bringing companies in there. No, Sean, we've discussed this now.
Good girl. Good girl. Do you have anybody? Any clients?
The election is over when we're having these.
Come here, the light.
The election is not over. The
Oh,
people
no, you even.
I'm putting clarity
Yeah.
before the people so that
You pick from both sides.
Good morning.
earlier that I am
Yeah.
confident
I shaved a little bit here.
that we can lead an alternative government. And fresh
I think can't talk because it's
You
just
peux,
over
yeah,
there.
il fait des petites choses, c'est normal, hein. Normal.
Yeah.
Of course, like in every other political party, but they're not in
Well.
charge.
Okay.
And we know that from our political
I've seen that the green tea mouth wins.
Is it green tea? Oh,
Yeah,
I thought it was.
C'est vert. Is it good?
It's all right. I thought it was citron there. I didn't look at it properly. You know when I
Ah,
saw all the
the
green
green
little things.
vert. I thought it was green tea. I thought, that's bizarre. It's taking a...
No, I think it's
the
citron
taste
there.
is soft, no?
Yeah. The window guy came. I gave him 20 euros. Yeah.
For January.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the end of the month.
Yeah.
I asked him, c'est combien? C'est 20 euros. And then I said, pas acheter le pastis tout. C'est pour la famille. C'est pour le repas.
C'est là?
C'est pas pour le bois. Pas pour le, c'est bon, c'est pas bon. C'est pas dans le,
Ils ont Coca-Cola anyway, that guy.
pas dans le gambling. Ou le cheval. Non.
Alors.
Yeah, it's, the kitchen has never looked this clean. I hope nobody comes. I hope I don't have to dirty anything, you know. Setting up the laptop. Yeah. It's spotless, isn't it?
Just that part, yeah. It doesn't do a cheap fun, but no, it's nice, yeah.
Gluten-free foods do not have a gluten-related disorder or celiac disease, but rather they buy the product in the mistaken belief that they're lower in fat and sugar and will help them to lose weight. I'm joined now by Louise Reynolds, our regular contributor on the
It doesn't really surprise me, Sean, because this is something that, as dietitians, we word trend here in terms of the increase in people buying gluten-free products who don't need to. And I have to clarify there, obviously, people who have medically diagnosed celiac disease do need to always avoid gluten, and that is the treatment for their condition, and it's very, very successful, and that can really reverse, their symptoms, and they can feel very well on a gluten-free diet. But this survey shows that, in fact, so many more people are buying gluten-free products now than actually need them.
Well, whatever about need, I'm wondering, would or will a gluten-free diet do anything to improve your health? Or not?
But you should be living
No,
very well.
and in fact, that's what when they looked closely, so in fact this survey that Safe Food Health
Okay, brilliant.
did an attitudinal survey or asked consumers, about 2,000 consumers.
It might be, but I don't know what I can do. I pick them up from outside the door and then I put them on. I can't clean them anymore.
You have to go there to look for where them.
Yeah, I did a bit. Son of a bitch. Damn, I'm missing all this interesting thing about fucking gluten.
Lower in sugar and would help them to lose weight. But in fact, those foods are very high in fat and may be similar to a chocolate bar. So it's a little bit of misunderstanding there on behalf of the consumer. And again, the fact that there are now gluten-free products available in so many more shops and the range has really increased. That's great for the person who has celiac disease because they can now access a wider range of products. However, when it comes to the general population, those foods tend to be more expensive, and we now know, and this report kind of emphasises for us that probably what a lot of dietitians would know is that in most cases they're not necessary and are not going to do any benefit.
So there's an element of people perhaps fooling themselves, but yes, a lot of people will tell you they feel better following a gluten-free diet. How do you account for that?
Well, again, about half of those surveyed said they did feel better. Now, there is a recognised condition, gluten intolerance, or a non-gluten sensitivity, which or non-celiac gluten sensitivity. So there are some people who will feel a bit better. If in terms of it will be gut symptoms, so maybe bloating or digestive conditions. However, what we know now is that a lot of the foods that contain gluten also contain another range of compounds called fructans, and a registered dietitian who looks closely at this issue of IBS and is trained in a low FODMAP diet would be the way to go there, because sometimes there can be a crossover. Some foods which contain gluten, you might cut them out and you might feel a little bit better, but you're staying on this
all those
restrictive
people
diet,
thought now
when
that
in
everything's
fact it's
fucking
not the
figured out
gluten,
with the
it might
gluten-free
be
diet,
something
and
else
now
in
you're
those
telling them
foods
it's
that is
blood
causing the problem. So really it's better to get to the root of that
What are we going to
rather
do
than
now?
just avoiding gluten. And again, you might be buying these gluten-containing foods when really you're spending more and they may not be the better option.
Are they much more expensive, Louise?
Yes, well, there's a lot more processing involved in terms of taking out the gluten. So they are a specialised product. So you will certainly be paying more for the gluten-free foods, and they're not something that is necessary. And again, they tend to also be quite a bit lower in fibre. And we know in the Irish diet that in fact we're not getting enough fibre anyway, the Irish population. And a lot of these foods with the gluten-free diet, generally the diet tends to be lower in fibre, and already 80% of Irish people aren't getting enough fibre. So really, if you're choosing gluten-free products,
Good girl.
in fact, that's going to reduce
Good girl. Under there.
further. That's another reason, to kind of check.
Under there, yeah, lots of these.
If you do have irritable bowel symptoms, or if you have symptoms that you want to treat, go and see a registered dietitian rather than self-diagnosing, because that's the problem with celiac disease. It affects just under about 1% of the population.
Good girl.
And the diagnosis is by a blood test initially, and then a blood biopsy to really confirm the diagnosis, and that's obviously quite invasive, so not something to be undertaken lightly. But a lot of people are self-diagnosing.
Shall I make the coffee? Shall I make the coffee?
Yeah.
Lower the second time. I had to phone someone, so I picked on you. Hey, that's far out. You saw him too. Look out your window. Email tonight on Channel 2. Don't tell your papa or he'll get us locked up inside. There's a star, a star man. There's a star man waiting in the sky, like to come and meet us, but he thinks he'd blow our mind. There's a storm and the coffee. The coffee is not working. It tastes like...
So let it drop just water. Petite eau on a big mug.
Oh, it's poison.
Block inside, you know, somewhere.
RDA Radio will bring you every twist and turn on the road to the first third dawn.
Machine, the second time, ça baille, certains for first time, and they don't know that break. I bet you maybe put really more money on the professional machine than that. So this is just block very easy.
Your voice, your vote. Tweet at Today SOR.
Last week, the BBC's Africa editor Fergal Keane announced that he's to step back from his role due to post-traumatic stress disorder after decades reporting from conflict zones around the world. So, what is post-traumatic stress disorder? How is it diagnosed, and how common is the condition here in Ireland? I'm joined in studio by Professor Brendan Kelly, Professor of Psychiatry at Trinity College, and also with me is John Williams, Managing Director of RTÉ News and Current Affairs, who previously was foreign editor at the BBC, where he dealt with many colleagues working in war zones and other dangerous settings. Thank you both indeed for coming in, gentlemen. Brendan, how would you describe PTSD?
It's a condition that develops following exposure to trauma or very upsetting or events, and it's characterized mainly by re-experiencing, people having flashbacks, dreams and nightmares, and also what's called avoidance, people who then avoid the scene or reminders of things that happened to them. So let's say someone was attacked in a hotel or something, they might avoid that hotel, but over time they might start to avoid all hotels. So rather than getting over it, the avoidance spreads and can become very disabling. And the other big feature is that people get what's called hypervigilant. You might be familiar sometimes when a door slams on the other side of the building. On some days you jump, other days you don't mind. With PTSD, people live in that hyped up, hypervigilant state, which is very bad for you psychologically, but also physically. You shouldn't really be living in that keyed up state.
And does it affect things like, say, sleep, mood? Does it lead to depression?
Yes. People tend to get sort of anxiety, floating anxiety, even when there aren't reminders. This can lead to depression, which is compounded then if they're avoiding lots of things, their life becomes more limited. And one of the common complications is people start to drink alcohol or take other drugs in an effort to cope. So it can be very challenging to manage. How common is it? You mentioned at any time it's reckoned between 1% and maybe 6% of the population. Over the course of a lifetime, around 9% of people will have PTSD for a period. It depends somewhat on the nature of the trauma. So for example, following rape, up to 50% of people will get post-traumatic stress disorder. And I suppose we're interested in like war correspondents who are exposed to a lot of trauma. The rate there is said to be about 5 times the rate in the general population.
And what about something, say, like a serious traffic accident or some other kind of accident like that, could that lead to PTSD?
It can. In some people it does, and in some people it doesn't. And it's really quite mysterious about who develops it and who doesn't, because we all know people who go through really unimaginable difficulties and trauma and seem to just be fine, and other people might go through something lesser and be very much affected by it. So there's a lot of individual variability as well.
And how long does it take for after an event, if it's a one-off incident for post-traumatic stress disorder to become evident, and how long is it likely to last?
Usually after an event, people are more or less recovering within a month or maybe 6 weeks. But if the symptoms are intensifying at that point, like the anxiety, the worry, the avoidance, if they're getting worse, then you might be looking at developing a post-traumatic stress disorder situation, and then it kind of takes off from there. Treatment can help greatly. So people who identify this quite early on can have some psychological treatments, and these can greatly reduce the symptoms and lead to full recovery.
Yeah, John Williams, you worked in a setting where you were dealing with this as if you like, an everyday occurrence, I would have thought, or at least it was a risk with people. How would a big organisation like the BBC deal with the colleagues who were in these danger zones?
Well, to set the context, this was a period when the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan were raging. And so, at the start of this, back in 2001, we'd been through Kosovo, where quite a lot of, and the Bosnian War, which is where quite a lot of...
All right, thank you, that's enough. And well, we're gonna just go over 50 up there. That wasn't the stop.